Hello guys, welcome back to our channel CSE Concepts with Parinita. So guys, today's video is going to be really important because in today's video we are going to discuss GATE asked question. As you can see here, this question has been asked in GATE 1995 and this question is from the subject compiler design. Fine. So as you know, we have a playlist, separate playlist in our channel in which what we are doing is I have analyzed our computer science or IT GATE questions, and in all the subjects whatever the type of questions that are being repeatedly asked, I am trying to take those questions for you and I'm trying to give you the solution, easiest possible solution for those questions. Fine. So we are already having 20 plus questions in our playlist, and again we are starting the series, we are continuing that series, and by your GATE exam in February, I am trying my best to give you more and more possible questions in this playlist so that it is going to be helpful to all. So what I would recommend you all to do is, whoever your friends or your classmates are who are preparing for GATE, please share this playlist or share this video with them so that they all can be helped. So guys, without wasting more time, let's get into the question. What is the question given to us? A shift reduce parser carries out the actions specified within braces after reducing with the corresponding rule of grammar. Fine. So this is a grammar given to you, and along with the grammar you can see that actions, right? The actions given. Actually, this grammar along with the actions, this is known as SDT. That means what? Syntax directed translation. Well, I know SDT is one of the topics of compiler design that most of the students skip during exam. But let me tell you, please don't skip that topic, because SDT every year, like most of the years in GATE paper, a such type of question can be is being asked from SDT. So SDT topic, many students are skipping it, but please don't skip because it is really important. So in this example, I am trying to make you understand the whole concept, but in case if you understand it, very good, but if you still have any doubt and you want to understand the concepts from scratch, so you can go to our compiler design playlist. I will give the link in the I button, where I have made you understand all the concepts from the very scratch. So if you want to learn compiler design completely with each and every topic, you can go and check out those videos. Okay, so this is actually SDT, that is syntax directed translation. Generally what happens in that, we are having productions of grammar like this, and along with the grammar we are given the actions. So as told here, that shift, it is actually a shift reduce parser, where what happens that along with reduction of all the grammar, the particular actions take place. So how it is happening, I will explain you, don't worry. What is the question given to us? That what is the translation of XXXX YZZ using SDT scheme of above rules? Fine. That means this SDT is given, this string is given XXXX YZZ, and we have to do the translation of this string with the help of this SDT, and we have to tell that what is the output that we are getting. Very simple. So see, in order to solve such questions, you must know the rules or the steps to follow to solve this question. So let me tell you, there are three main steps in which you can solve these questions. So you can remember these three steps, or you can note it down somewhere. I am telling you which are the first three steps. The very first step is to make the parse tree. Fine. Whatever grammar is given to you, with the help of this CFG or with the help of this grammar, you have to construct the parse tree. So the very first step is to construct the parse tree. The second step is parse the parse tree from left to right and top to bottom. Okay. And the third step is, while parsing the parse tree, whenever there is a reduction, fine, whenever there is a reduction, you have to go to the production and carry out the corresponding action. So these are the three steps, important steps that you must remember, or I would recommend that you can note them down somewhere, and based on these three steps we will carry out the solution of this question. So what was our first step? to construct to construct our parse tree. So without wasting any time, so directly let's construct the parse tree for this grammar. So see, we have to take care two things during making the parse tree. The first one is we have to consider this grammar, and second thing is we are already given this string. So what we will do is we will try to generate this string with the help of this grammar. So let's start with the starting symbol. The starting symbol is S gives XXW. So S gives XXW. Now you must be knowing that what happens in parse tree, whenever we have terminals in the leaf, there is no problem, because in leaf there should be always terminal. But wherever there is a non-terminal like this W, we have to expand it further. Now let's expand this W further. So we can expand it by W gives SZ. So W gives SZ. Now again small z, it is terminal, no problem. Terminal means small characters, fine. Small letters. So Z is terminal, no problem. Again here S is there. And see here what we want 4x, 1y, 2z. So already we got 2x. Now I want 2 more x. So I can expand this S again as XXW because I want 2 more x. So XXW. Fine, XXW. Okay. So now I have got XXXX, 4x. Now Z is also terminal. All these x is also terminal. I have to expand this W. I can expand this W with SZ. With S and Z. Fine. Now with SZ. Now Z is again terminal, and now I have to expand this S. Now I can expand S with the help of XXW or Y, but I don't want any more x. I already have 4x and I wanted 4x. So now I can directly expand it as Y. So I can expand this S as Y. Okay, now let's expand it as Y. So see what our string was, 4x, 1y, 2z. 1, 2, 3, 4x, 1y and 2z. So what we have done, we have made the tree with the help of the grammar, and we have taken care that we have generated the string that is given. So my first task is over. Now what I want to do overall, I want to parse this tree from left to right and top to bottom, and whenever there is a reduction, I have to make action. Fine. Now what is reduction? Let me tell you. So whenever we are moving forward, like S gives XXW, S gives Y, W gives SSZ. So whenever we are going from left to right, normal, that is normal move. Fine. But whenever we are moving opposite, like XXW to S, Y to S, SZ to W, in these cases it is actually known as reduction move. Fine, those moves are known as reduction move. Means what? In this case I can say that Y is reduced to S, SZ is reduced to Y. So whenever we are getting such type of reduction steps or reduction moves, we will carry out these actions. Clear? So directly let's see. And now let's start parsing our parse tree. Fine, left to right and top to bottom. So starting from here, if I start parsing, first of all, here I got S gives XXW. S gives XXW, that is normal move. We don't need to do anything. Again, W gives SZ. W gives SZ is normal move. Left to right, no need to do anything. S2 XXW is normal move. Left to right, no need to do anything. S2 Y, yes. S2 Y, normal move. Left to right, no need to do anything. Now we are going like this. So after going like this, I got the Y to S. Y to S. That means right to left. That means it is a reduction move. Y is reduced to S. So what I need to do is I need to stop here and I need to carry out the action. The action is print 2. So what I will do, let's make a output buffer here. In the output buffer, what I will do, the corresponding action is print 2. So I will print 2 here. Got it? Okay. Now again moving forward, here I got SZ to W. So SZ to W is again a reduction move, right to left. So I have to print 3. print 3. Okay. Now again moving forward here, I got, fine, I'm just moving in the way. I'm not doing anything else. I'm just parsing the tree. Now again here I'm getting XXW to S. XXW to S. This is again a reduction move. Right to left, print 1. I'm printing 1. Now going here, I'm getting SZ to W. SZ to W is a reduction move. Right to left, print 3. We will print 3 here. Now at the end here, I'm getting XXW to S. It is again reduction move, print 1, I am printing 1. And now I have raised the root of the tree. There is no further way to parse it anymore. So this is my output. This is the output buffer that I got, that is 2, 3, 1, 3, 1. So these were the 4 options given to us. And obviously we can see that the first option is the correct option, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1. Got it? So this is how you can solve the example of SDT. Mainly you need to remember the 3 steps that I told you. Fine. The 3 steps we have to carry out, and this is just one example. This type of examples are given in SDT. I guess 3-4 times SDT examples are asked in the GATE exam. Fine. So you must be knowing this basic thing. Otherwise, if you want to learn SDT from scratch, as I told, you can go to our compiler design playlist and you can learn from them. Otherwise, I will bring more questions for you so that you can get a clear idea. Thank you so much.